Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spill the G podcast with your host, G. Oh my god, we've made it to another episode. I'm on the roll with this now. I think we're in the swing of things. So, how's everyone doing? How you're feeling? Hope everyone's week went okay last week. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm feeling kind of low today. I'm feeling quite tired. I've been feeling tired for the last couple of weeks. Hoping this episode will lift my spirits, get the energy up. I've got a few things to talk about today. Oh, but let's just get this out of the way because I'm actually really anxious about it. Maybe this is why I'm feeling a bit tired and a bit stressed. But somehow I've convinced myself that I'm going to go and fly to Amsterdam on my own. Now, I'm a really anxious flyer, and I know you're thinking Amsterdam's only an hour, but it doesn't really matter to me. If it was an hour flight or 12 hours, I'm still just as anxious. And getting myself from the airport to my accommodation, God, I feel like it's just a bad idea. I really do, and I feel like something bad's gonna happen. I'm gonna miss my flight or get lost or get mugged or something. I don't know. Oh, so I'm trying to have that whole independent woman. You can fly out there. It's fine. It's easy. You've been on a plane before and you didn't die then. So why would you die this time? Touch wood, I don't. I think I just need to get really drunk to make it a bit better. I don't know. I also find security so stressful. Like, I always get pulled over for something. Well, my ankle always gets flashed. My left ankle. How weird's that? And I'm pretty sure my dad said he has the same. Our left ankle always comes up as an issue when you go through the body scanners. I'm always having to be patted down. And in some foreign countries, I've had to have my hands swabbed and my neck swabbed. It's so weird. I'm not like a drug smuggler or anything. I don't know why I don't really know why, but it's just always so stressful. And I just find that everyone's shouting at each other in airports and it's just too much for me. It's too much. And now I've got no one there to be like, oh my God, help me. Because I'm going to be on my own. Usually I have Jamie there and he calms me down, but I've got to do it all on my own. But yeah, so hopefully in the next episode I'll let you know. And I'm hoping that it'll be like, oh, it's fine. I can do that again and again and again. I just have this black cloud over me. I just know something terrible is going to happen. But hey, look, no, come on. Let's send out positive messages into the universe. Georgia, you're going to be fine. I know I'll be fine. It's fine. What is it like? It's just an hour on my own, chilling. Get there. Luckily, Amsterdam, the train station's in the airport, basically. Get to my accommodation. Sweet, sorted. I'm sorted for the weekend. I just thought I need to get that off my chest. I need to tell people. I've told Jamie so many times how anxious I am. He's like, get a grip. So I need some sympathy from you all. Please tell me that I'm not being dramatic. That you get it. If you were flying on your own, you would feel the same. Please, someone make me not feel like I'm a loser and alone. So I actually want to give you a bit of an update on the whole parcel situation. I explained in the last episode how all my parcels get stolen if I get it delivered to my flat. Well, this week I've tried a new method. So now we're getting parcels delivered to the post office down the road. And I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. Going to that post office or having the possibility of my parcels getting stolen if I get them delivered here. I generally don't. Every time I go into that post office, oh my God, the stress. I feel like I lose a load of brain cells going in there. You've got the queue is ridiculously long. You've got people with the wrong bloody labels on the parcels. You've got people arguing about the price of postage stamps. Everyone's shouting at each other. No one can talk to each other normally. They have to shout across the shop. Just walk up to them and speak to them like a normal person. Why are you shouting across the shop? The lighting in there, oh my God, way too bright. Also, the people in there, they act like as if, when you ask them a simple question, as if you've just told them that you've killed their nan or honestly, it's just too overstimulating. So I've had 2 parcels delivered there, right? I went in there on 4 separate occasions to collect these two parcels. First time round, I go in there, it's shut. They're on lunch. I thought, great. Walked all the way back home. Next day, went there. Queue, way too long. I thought, I've only got half an hour lunch. I'm not going to be stood in this shop for half an hour. I need food. So I left it. Third time I came round, I walked in there. Oh, it was actually a bit embarrassing. I walked in there, and at this point, I'm getting really frustrated with going back and forth to this post office to try and collect these 2 parcels. I walk in there, and I said it out loud. It came out. When you say something in your head and it comes out, I walked in, I went, "Oh, are you fucking serious?" And everyone turned round. The queue was out the door, and I just walked out. No, I've got shit to do. I can't be stood in this fucking post office, especially as it's so overstimulating as well. Anyway, I went back then the 4th time. I thought, I have to stay. No matter how long the queue is, Georgia, you were staying and you were getting these parcels. Because at this point, one of the parcels was getting sent back. I had 2 days left. So I was like, I have to get this parcel. I goes in there. Obviously a massive queue. I thought, just stick it out, Georgia. Just get it. Get your parcel so you don't have to come back here. Stood in the queue. I was thinking, oh gosh, ages. Luckily I had my headphones in. I was just listening to some music. I get to the front. I've got 2 parcels to collect. And also, right, when you look into their little cubicle, there's mounds of parcels. I don't think there's any system in there, right? There's just piles and piles of parcels. So I says to him, I goes, I've got 2 parcels to collect. So I give him the tracking code, scan the QR code. He finds one really quickly, to be fair. The other one, oh my god, I was stood there for 10 minutes as he was chucking these parcels, trying to sift through these parcels, trying to find my one. I thought, oh my god, how do you work like this? How on earth can you work like this? Anyway, eventually found my parcels. I grabbed those parcels. I was out of there because I was like, and I just don't know what to do with the parcel situation now. I don't. Because if I'm ordering something from Zara, I can just do in-store collection, right? That's easy. But things like my Vinted and my Amazon, where are we getting them delivered to? I'm just in a predicament. I really don't want to do it. I guess I just will never have to. I can never ever treat myself to anyone. That gives me a good excuse for Christmas. I'll be like, guys, I can't get you any presents because for some reason, I live in the centre of Bristol and I can't get my bloody parcels delivered. So I just have to figure it out. I might just have to stick it out and go to the post office. That is better than getting my parcel stolen, I suppose. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just gonna have to try and figure something else out. Maybe, if any of my friends are watching this, can I just get all my parcels delivered to your house instead? Thanks. Someone's watching this right now and said, of course you can. Please help a girl out. Talking about helping someone out, God, this is the biggest story of the episode. I ended up in A&E. No, don't worry, guys, I'm alright. My friend Niall, on the other hand, not so much. It's right before Halloween. I get a phone call from Carly, Niall's girlfriend, panicking. Honestly, panic stations. She's like, oh my god, something's happened to Niall. You need to go and collect him. I think he's concussed. I said, all right, sure, where is he? She goes, I don't know, somewhere in Bristol. Where in Bristol? What do you want me to do? Drive around Bristol to see if I can find a concussed guy on the side of the road? I need to know details, hun. Obviously, she's panicking at this point. She's not really making much sense. I thought, right, let's call Niall. What's happened is, Niall's had a few drinks. He's jumped on one of the electric scooters, right? He's thinking he's Evel Knievel, right? He stacked it, scraped half the side of his face. The skin has all come off on one side of his face. And he thinks he's a little bit concussed, right? He thinks he's a bit concussed. Anyway, like I said, we jump in the car, we go and collect him. We said, right, stay in this spot, we'll come and collect you. So we pull up, and at this point it's 10:30, so it's quite dark. Pull up, can't see him, right? Where is he? He then emerges from this dark corner. Honestly, oh god, it looked like a budget zombie from The Walking Dead, right? He comes out of this dark corner. Honestly, the blood. And I must have a weak stomach or something. When I saw him, it did make me feel a bit sick. So I had this bottle of water, so I'm pouring water all down his face now to make sure there's no grit in it. And I said, no, hun, you need to go to an A&E because you need to get this checked out. We drive to A&E, and also Jamie's really unwell, so we pull up to A&E. I said to Jamie, you go, I'll stay with Niall. Get into an A&E, we pull up to the desk, we tell him what's happened. She goes, all right, a triage nurse will come and see you. So we're waiting there now. I'm thinking, God, how long are we going to be in A&E? Because also as well, has anyone been to the BRI in Bristol? Honestly, it's really not a nice place. There's people on the floor, lying on the floor. Oh, you've got nurses having to deal with all sorts. I honestly feel sorry for the nurses in the BRI. It's gross. So I'm sat there, I'm thinking, God, how long are we going to be now? Because obviously we got to see the triage, and then we see what the triage says, and then probably see someone else. Luckily, we were only in there for like an hour, and then Niall gets a call to go into the triage, and he's explaining what happened, and the triage nurse asks him, how many pints has he had? In my head, I'm thinking, no, just say 3 or something, because otherwise they're just going to make you wait to sober up. And I was like, oh, I had about 6 pints. I thought, and I just knew what she was going to say next. She said, well, you're going to have to wait in A&E for 2 hours for you to sober up. Get out. Niall's fuming now. He has to wait 2 hours. I said, you only got yourself to blame at this point, Niall. Sat there. Luckily, it went quite quickly. Me and Niall were just chatting, but I couldn't even look at him. I had to look straight ahead, because every time I looked to speak to him, it was horrible. It was like a sheen of gunk, as if the skin was trying to heal itself, and it was shiny, and it was mixing with all the blood, and oh, it was gross every time. And his lip was all swollen, his nose was all cut. It was a state. I'm not gonna lie to him, he was a state. But like I said, it went quite quick, to be fair. And then we got called in to see the doctor. She did a few tests, concussion tests on him, passed, because I knew he wasn't concussed. He was fine. And then, do you know what she did? She just gave it a little wipe with the alcohol wipe. And that was it. And then she said, so we just stayed in A&E all that time for you to just wipe an alcohol wipe over him. I thought I could have bloody done this. She did say, she was like, well, you've done well. The cut went over his eyebrow and round his eye. So he missed his eye, thank God. But she just said, the doctor just said, you're going to be swollen in the morning. And he woke up, black eye, all of his face just all swollen. A fat lip, split. God. But I just said to him, I said, look, you can just say you've been in a fight and say, well, you should have seen the other guy. That's what I said. Should have seen the other guy. And I thought, also, you're ready for Halloween now, Niall. You're sorted. Your costume's sorted. Just got to bring yourself. Don't even have to worry about any fake blood now, because you've got blood all over you. But Niall, I hope you are healing well. And I hope you don't scar. I'm sure you'll be fine. But moral of the story, kids, don't get on an electric scooter. They're dangerous. They are really, really dangerous. I'm being serious. I know I'm laughing, but I'm being serious. Don't step foot on those scooters. Then the next day, because obviously the universe loves balance, does anybody still have Snapchat? I only have Snapchat because my friend Ellen, Morgan, and Elliot, for some reason our group chat has just stayed on Snapchat. I don't know why we can't move it to a different app. That's the only reason why I've got Snapchat still, is because of them. But I hate it, because I get those memories come up. Oh God, and it makes me cringe seeing the memories. And like I said, because the universe loves balance, the next day after being in A&E, I get a memory come up, and it was a random memory as well, because you get a year ago today or 2 years ago today, you get those memories, but you also get random memories pop up. A memory of photos of me in A&E, in the same A&E I was at the night before. And the reason I was at A&E is because I drank a whole bottle of Echo 4s within a space of an hour. And then we went out, and me being a lightweight, a whole bottle of Echo 4s just went whoosh, went straight to my head. I just was very drunk. So we're walking up Park Street, right, to go to probably Lizard Lounge, because we used to love Lizard Lounge. Walking up there, I turn around and I'm walking backwards, speaking to my friends. Oh, God. And then I finish what I'm saying, I turn around and I stacked it, and I went face first into one of those BT boxes in the middle of the road. in the middle of the pavement. And it was a scene. I'd split all my nose. I was sad about splitting my nose, but I was also sad that I couldn't even go out. I just pre-drank for nothing. Luckily, we weren't too far from A&E, so we had to go to A&E because it was literally, the skin was hanging open. Oh, it was gross. It makes me feel sick now just thinking about it. And I'm in A&E and I'm like sobbing. I genuinely think this is the worst thing ever. I'm going to be so ugly. And I just think I've destroyed my face. Obviously, you can see now that it didn't work. She survived. This beautiful face survived. But I had to get my nose glued up. And it was just funny because I was like, oh my God, why did you have to remind me of that memory now? Just have to be in an A&E all night with my friend Niall. Crazy story. Never again. And to be fair, luckily, I have a little scar on the bridge of my nose, but you can't really see it. But that night, I just made such a scene in A&E. They saw me really quickly. I was crying about how ugly I was going to be and how my night is ruined and how much pain I was in. It was really dramatic. It was probably overly dramatic. I was asking people, random people who were sat in there clearly almost dying. I was asking them, do I look ugly right now? And they all turned around and told me to shut up. But very embarrassing. And then also the next day I woke up and my face is so swollen. I looked like the shark from Shark's Tale. My face was that swollen. And I needed to go on the bus. I can't remember why I was on the bus, but I needed to get on the bus. Anyway, I was at the bus stop. It's actually really bad. And I could hear this lady next to me being like, oh, do you think her boyfriend's beating her up? I thought, girl, if only you knew that I'd just fallen into a BT box. Like, this poor woman's probably worried that I was getting beaten up by a man. But really, this girl just drank a bottle of Echo Falls and fell over. I felt kind of bad. But yeah, so I was on the bus and I just looked terrible. And then also as well, I had a meeting with my personal tutor at uni, I think. And he shut the door and he was like, is there anything you need to tell me? Like, are you all okay? Because you're battered and bruised. I was too embarrassed. I probably should. I feel so bad now because this man was probably stressed about me, but I couldn't tell him that I just got a bit too drunk. I thought that's just embarrassing. So I just said, don't worry about it. I'm fine. And this man was probably stressed that something really bad had happened to me. I think back now, God, I was such a terrible person for not telling people the story. I just let their imaginations run wild with them. Sorry, guys. So if any of these people are watching, they're not. But if any of these people are watching, I'm very sorry for the stress that I caused. I was just too embarrassed. My ego got the better of me and I just couldn't tell you the correct story. So there's 2 drunken stories. If anybody wants to know more drunk stories, then happy to share. They're kind of embarrassing. I'm just too much of a lightweight and it's the wine. I need to stay away from wine because when I drink wine, I don't know where I'll end up. It's always a crazy night. Oh my God, there's a hole in the cushion. Oh, that's sad. God, I hope you haven't been able to see that the whole time. So, moving on. I have a question, right? I don't understand traffic. Why is traffic a thing? In my head, I'm thinking, can't everyone just move? Why are we all stopped? Can't the first person just move? And then there's no traffic. I just will never understand it. Yes, the other day, sat in the car. I was going to Sainsbury's, I think it was. God, I was bloody stuck in traffic, wasn't I? And I was livid. I was so livid with it. I was screaming in my car. I think the guy in the Toyota next to me thought, God, this girl is fucking crazy. So I was literally shaking the steering wheel, going, meh. I just have no patience. Honestly, I think my blood pressure must be really high with the anxiety I feel over stupid things, the stress that I put myself through unnecessarily, and just how angry I get. I literally have a short fuse with everything. But I was stuck in this traffic and I was like, just fucking move. Just bloody move. Like, everyone just needs to go, right? Everyone just needs to go. And then there's no traffic. I just can't wrap my head around it. And I know people are like, oh, but it's like the volume of cars, but we can still all move. If everyone just carries on going, everyone will just be moving. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I was fuming. I just thought, can we just all go? I just need to get a Sainsbury and get my food shop. And I don't have time to be wasting sat in this car waiting in traffic. I don't have time for it. So everyone just needs to move out of my way and let me pass. You're all pissing me off at this point. Just fucking go! Turn your engines on and move! Oh, I'm getting wound up about it again. It's just selfish, really. You're all making me fucking late. Liabilities, a lot of you. So I just never get it. I don't get traffic. I really don't. Oh, are we still on? And then the last thing I have, and I just thought, oh, surely someone's watching this and they've seen it. Those Cadbury's posters, the ones where you can get free chocolate if you scan the QR code. Can someone tell me where it is in Bristol? Because last year I did find it, and we got a free bar of chocolate. Well, I sent it to Jamie. I did end up eating it last year, but that's not the point. I need to find it this year. So if anybody's seen it around Bristol, let me know where it is. And I just need a free bar of chocolate. Anything that's free. I just absolutely love a freebie. And I love chocolate. Also, right, I saw this thing the other day and I thought, do you know what? You were right. Where did I see it? I must have seen it on TikTok. And this girl basically said she doesn't understand people who say they don't like sweet treats. Who doesn't like sweet treats? If you don't like anything sweet, I generally think there's something wrong with you. You're an actual psychopath. Would you mean you don't like a chocolate mousse? Would you mean you don't like a red velvet cake? Would you mean you don't like a bar of caramel chocolate? Would you mean you don't want a creme brulee for dessert? You're right. And I am. People are like, oh, I'm a starters and main kind of girl. No, I'm a main and dessert. Actually, no, I'm a starters, main and dessert kind of gal. You gotta go all out. If you're going out for dinner, go all out. I will have starters, main, dessert. I can squeeze it in. I just won't eat for the rest of the day. But you always have to have dessert. You have to. How can you have a full meal, right? And think, oh, I'm alright now. Or your mum or something, right? They'll have a bite of a square of chocolate and they'll go, oh, that's me done now. Oh, too sickly that. Oh, shut up, too sickly. Give us the rest of the bar then. Give it you. Because I'll polish it. I just will never understand people who are like, I don't like sweet stuff. Oh, God, I don't. Oh, I could never eat that. Oh, it's way too sickly. Oh, I just don't like sweet things. Shut the fuck up and pass it here. Pass the plate here with your cake on. Pass it here and shut your mouth. That was a lot then, wasn't it? I got a bit bitchy then, didn't I? I'm actually a bit hot. So wound up for what? No reason, because I said that I don't get why people say they don't like sweet stuff. Need to calm down. But anyway, that's all I've got on my list. We went a bit off piste at the end then. But I hope you all have a great week. And I will see you next week in... God, we're actually on episode 3, aren't we? So we'll be episode 4 next week. Oh! Thanks so much. Thanks for watching and listening. And I gotta remember this. Follow me on my TikTok, Instagram, and what's the other one? My TikTok on my Instagram. Oh, my YouTube. God, I need that written down at the end of all my notes, don't I? Yeah, follow my TikTok, my Instagram, and my YouTube. And I will see you next week, guys. Bye, everyone.